So when the music, when the singers kind of, let's say, started that process of the music slowing down and whatever. What do you think motivated that? Was that, I mean, we're talking about the 60s. In 62, Jamaica got its independence, and then the mid-60s, they moved on to rocksteady. Was that kind of a reflection also of what was going on in society, or the overall vibe, or what do you think caused that?
Just a time, because time changes things, Even if we even look at today, what the music has gotten to, They say dancehall, but the dancehall has changed. I think they call, what do they call it? Trap, So I guess right now the kids, they're trapped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In a new transition and what's happening, So that's just it. Time changes things, Yeah, we transition as we go along to whatever it is, because I remember even before it got to trap, it was that computerized thing, and
Right,
we were trapped right in there. Yeah, it has becoming the music of today is what I would think is like a single, a solo production kind of thing. It's a beat instead of a creative group effort,
Right.
Yeah.
Different kind of
Totally
vibration.
different, yeah, and it is soulless. It has less soul, because when a group of people come together,
Naturally, right?
yes, when a group of people come together like they used to, there was all these individual spirits and vibes combined to make that music. Now when one guy does come and does tap his laptop and come in there, oh yeah, and it's not lasting anymore. You can see it might be blasting but not lasting. Yeah.
But I was just about to ask that as well. Do you think that another special thing about what was happening back then was also due to the camaraderie between musicians? I mean, you spend 7 days a week in the same spot creating.
Yeah, and that was a good. After a while, it becomes a good environment. We all look forward to that. It's like a family. Yeah, and it we got so close and tight, because if you listen, I know this. When we just started as a group recording there, music was not as great as after we really got really tight later on, like a year after or whatever, Yeah, man. You could see the difference. You could feel the difference, and you could hear the difference, So I know that what I know is when a group of people come together, it's not just a band, like a bond. You know what I mean? And I think that's where it's really coming from, the word band and bond, Yeah, because it's a combination of souls and spirits, Yeah, working together on that one recording, putting all that individual magic in there, that will be lasting. Yes, of course. More lasting than one guy go and tap a thing and boom, 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 and
And speaking of lasting, I mean, music has been there with you throughout your entire life. More than 60 years of your life you have dedicated to this reggae industry, or Jamaican music on a whole. Does was there ever any moment of lack of enthusiasm, or where you said, I think we're kind of finished with this,
If I had a chance to start all over again, I'd be doing the same thing all over again. And I wish I could have a chance to start all over again and do it all over again, because another one thing I would had to make it perfect would be management. You know, that we didn't know nothing about management. You know, and that was lacking for not just me but all the singers and musicians of my time. That's the only downfall or misfortune that I see within this. Yes. And it wasn't just Jamaican alone too, you know. It was happening in the States too, in the early days. You know? Musicians were, even at Motown, the guys who played all of those hit songs, they did a little documentary video back then to just show who they were, just to let people know who they were. You know? So Barry Gordy was doing the same thing that Coxon was doing. There was no names on the back of the albums of the musicians crediting all the people who were involved to make this possible, and that was bad. You know, that was bad. But I guess it was done for a lot of reasons, and one of the main reasons is like financial.
Of course, yeah.
That was the main thing.
Yeah, that was surely the main.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy that you're still doing this. Even all now, you have your own label named after your dad's shop, right? Bright Beam. Tell me a bit, because you have the studio there as well, right? You're still working in the music. What are you working on right now?
Well, right now, we're in a little pause right now, you know, because we have created a lot of music, you know, through the pandemic, you know, yeah, and we have the music there. We have a lot of music out there, so we want to get what we have put out more established, you know, and I've put out a lot of stuff with my personal cash and all that, and I haven't seen any returns yet, you know. So we're here, and that's what I'm looking forward to do right now. What I want to do, I want to go on the road too, you know. I'm long to go on the road and, you know, sing for some of my people who love reggae music, and
like hoovering and having the people
exactly,
gather, right?
Definitely, yes. I want to go live some of that right now, you know.
I can imagine.
Yeah, so we're paused just for a little while on the recording side of it. There's some stuff inside of that we want to get finished too. There's a track, I remade a track for a friend of mine. He's in the States. He wants me to voice something on it, so I'm going to look at that. There's a drum and bass that I did, me and Glenn Washington, because he's a great drummer.
Okay.
Yeah, you know.
Really?
So we did a drum and bass, so I need to bring some people, keyboards and guitarists, and complete that track. Because all we have there is just drum and bass right now on that track. And
You play the bass and he played the
and they play
drums.
drums. Definitely, yes. You know, so we have that to complete, and that's about it right now. We have a young youth called Young Garvey. Yes. You know, he has an album here, and he put out a lot of songs we put out with him, you know. I'm hoping that one of these songs really put him on a platform that he can start to see something, you know, financial for himself. Because it's very hard when you're spend years in the business, know that you're very talented and not being able to live off your talent. I hope that he can start to see some returns too, you know, to up his spirit and encourage him to do some more music, you know.
So you're still basically out there always looking for talents just like you used to at not really?
Not really, because I cannot afford in this time to promote artists. You know, it's not like long time ago. It was much easier back then. You know, now it depends. It has reached a stage right now that it depends on you and your social media.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. So if you can get that going, then it's good for you. You know, as an artist. You know, but that's where it's at right now.
Yeah.
You know, you won't even get signed until your social media is following is up to a few millions and all them kind of thing. So that's where it's at, you know. So it has, a lot of people might think it's much easier, but it has become much difficult, much hard, yeah. Because if you cannot develop that kind of following, you're nowhere in the business yet. No matter how good you might sound and it's doing.
You have to spend so much energy on building up that on those platforms instead of using that energy for your music, actually for your studio works and your creativity.
Yes, I have a grandson. Is into hip hop, really great, because he's coming off my bloodline. You know, he's musical. His sister too. She just turned 16 a couple of months ago.
Okay.
Great singer, you know. My grandchildren, they're really, when you hear that, you can't believe it. Great. Yeah.
But I mean, as we see in the background already a little bit,
Yeah, man, so you need to do
you have also another side project of yours that you established recently.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, I've become a little homegrown farmer, you know. Yeah. The pandemic did this to me, you know. Yeah, taught me to do something else apart from music, you know, which I really love and enjoy.
So really just recently through the pandemic, not
Yes. I was doing it before, but I wasn't so into it, you know.
because it looks really professional.
I had more time, you know. Yeah, I had more time now to really get involved in there because the pandemic has kept a lot of people at home.
Right.
So while I've been home, I became a farmer. Yeah, I was a home farmer. I love it now. Oh yeah, I love it.
Great.
Oh yeah.
It's great in so many aspects because you have your own good food.
Yes.
You exercise, you're outside.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, so it has become another part of me, which I love.
Nice.
Yeah, man. So that's that, you know.
So we have the music to look forward to. We have hopefully live shows coming. Looking forward to that. And then of course also when you're ready to harvest.
Yes, that's that, for real, you know. Oh yes, man. Life has been good to me, you know, and I give thanks because so many of my peers have passed away, you know. And so many, you know, and I'm glad to be one of the survivors, you know. Sorry for those that have passed, you know, but that's how life is. Yeah. They say in the midst of life, there's death, you know. When you was born, that's another part that's given to you, you know.
I'm glad that you're still with us and that you're still with us with your music, that you're still making the contribution to the industry. Leroy Sibbles, the living legend. Thank you so much for sharing with us your precious memories, for giving us such a deep insight on your story and on your personal life, and for also bringing me to this very place here. Thank you very much. Enough love and respect and all the very best for the years and years to come.
Thank you for having me and for having me able to extend some more of my memoirs, you know.